Alright, so what I'm going to do today is show you how to use triangulation in site-size drawing. First, let's start off with a triangle. And the reason we're doing that is because of the method called triangulation. To use triangulation, you have to understand how to use site-size drawing and drawing triangles. What I'm doing is trying to mimic this angle right here in this right beside it at the same size. So once I have that angle, what I can do is with my eyes, I'm trying to line up the top of that line. That's a pretty good spot right there. Same thing with this bottom line right here, this bottom edge. Once I've got this lined up, I can copy this angle right here. Once I've got that, what I'm going to do is flip the drawing. That allows me to see my mistakes a lot quicker. What I notice is that this angle right here feels a little bit off. Should probably be like right here. It's not about how clean or pretty the line is, it's about defining the shape that's within the lines. And you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm holding up my pencil or my stylus to the screen to check the angles on everything right now. So basically what I'm doing is I'm taking my pencil and, well, let's create a new layer there. So I'm taking my pencil and I'm holding it up against this edge and I'm rotating it to line up with this edge. Once I do that, I move it over and I check it against this edge. Then I go back and I check it here. I go back, oh, and I check it here. What I notice right now is that this is just slightly off. Right there. That has a better feel to it. And I can go back and check it. And then I do the same thing for the other edge. So I bring it here. I line up my pencil with this edge. I hate Photoshop. Bring it here. Line it up. And maintaining the same angle, I move my arm over and I check this edge. What matters is the angle. And it works for the most part. So let's go ahead and line it up and see if we got it right. And that's pretty good. That's the lineup that we have right now. It's pretty exact. That method works. So let's see if we can apply that to a square. So I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to flip this back. And I'm going to draw this. problem with the square is that I don't have an angle to tell me where to end this line. It could be this long, it could be this long. How do I know that the length is from here to here? Where do I find this point on this line? And that's a challenge, and that's where triangulation comes in. So once we have this point and this point figured out, and this line in, we can even throw in this line right here. It's not really important. Just make it longer than it needs to be. That's the tip. Um, we want to use triangulation, and triangulation just means creating triangles. So once you have 1 and 2 points, you need to find point number 3. So you have point 1, point 2. This is point number 3. How do you find point number 3? Well, you draw a line from point number 1 to point number 3. Once you have this line right there, you can recreate that angle right there. You can either do it by holding up your pencil again, or you can eyeball it and squint. Either way, I like to do both because I like the saying, measure twice, cut once. So what I'm doing right now, and you can't see it, is that I'm holding my pencil up, lining it up, my stylus up, I'm lining it up with the line on top of the black box, the red line on top of the black box, and I'm moving it over to check the angle on the on my drawing. So it's not bad. Maybe right there. Once I have that, I can safely assume. Well, once I have that, what you notice is that I have a triangle. That's why it's called triangulation. And once I have that, I can just draw a line straight up. And I'll have point number 4. That is triangulation, and that's one way to get more complex shapes, to get shapes that, to take the guesswork out of width and height out of certain objects and shapes that you'd be drawing. So let's go ahead and double check that with this pencil here. Change the angle, rotate it. Once I have it lined up, I can just slide it over and see if it works. And it does, so let's go ahead and test this now. And what do you know? It lines up. That's how you use triangulation to take the guesswork out of measuring certain objects. You use triangulation. You find the third point using an angular line, a diagonal, and from there you're able to find you're able to measure the width. You're able to figure out the length from here to here by figuring out this line. I hope that was helpful. Thank you.